Good morning and welcome to DVC Morning Live. How's it going, chat? How's everyone doing this morning? It's a great Tuesday. Gonzo, welcome to the stream. Katrina, Blumencheese, appreciate y'all for being here this morning. How's it going? Hope y'all are ready to have a good discussion about some DVC perks. And let me know, I'm going to say it early. Let me know what your favorite perk of DVC is. Something that maybe everybody knows about, maybe some people don't know about. Maybe it's one of the less common perks. But before we get into that, I also like pins, right? And FigPin finally shipped out everybody's first wave, the first set of the Mandalorian pins. And very conveniently, right when everybody received that set, they also came out with Wave 2. So I think they're, trying to get people's money there. You get it. You're like, wow, these are amazing. And then now here's the next set, and they look pretty cool. They have the armorer. They have the child in the capsule. They have the child eating a frog. They have Moff Gideon, and then they have IG-11 with the child. He's got his guns out with the child on his in that satchel. And they're actually coming out with that satchel with a little animatronic child inside of it. So I think that's pretty cool. I know my oldest son really is interested in getting that. I'll have to see what that quality is like before I make a decision on that. But let me bring in my lovely and beautiful co-host. Good morning, Kelly. How's it going?
Good morning. Good morning. Sorry I'm late, but if I wasn't late, I wouldn't be me. So hello. Excited to talk about MVP, not MVP, DVC. I'm still not awake, having my coffee. How are you?
I'm doing great. Today's a good morning.
Good morning.
Gonzo, you can order Wave 2. The first wave, the first set, you cannot order that set. They are going to sell them. I believe they're going to sell them individually, but that first set, they had it on sale for 48 hours. And I'll see if I can find a picture of it real quick while I'm talking about it. They gave it a 48-hour window for the set. So give me a second here.
Oh, we're talking about Mandalorian pins, huh?
Yes.
Too exciting.
So I'm going to show you just a thing on eBay real quick. Do not take the... Actually, let me just see if I can go to images.
Thank you, Tina. I love you. You're the MVP. That's what I was thinking of. Tina is the MVP.
All right, here we go.
Good morning, Arlene. Everyone's here. This is exciting. All the cool kids are in your chat.
Good morning, Jeffrey. Good morning, T. McNeil. Welcome to the stream. Glad y'all could be here with us. Good morning, my love, Arlene.
You two are the cutest.
All right. So here's the deluxe box set that was that FigPin came out with a while ago. So this set was available on June 19th. So we're going a ways back, right?
Wow, yeah.
So it was June 19th, Friday, June 19th at 10 a.m. Pacific time, and you had until Monday, June 22nd at 5 p.m. So a little over a 3-day time frame. Anyone who purchased during that time frame was guaranteed a set because they didn't make them yet. So he purchased this back in June, and he just got it yesterday. So this one has IG-11. Krill, Mando, the Child, and Cara Dune. It's a very, very nice set. I will tell you this. There's an unboxing coming. So
Yay!
keep a lookout so you can get a more detailed look at them. I will be releasing that video on the 30th.
That's exciting. That's super exciting. Wow.
And there was some cool little extras inside the box that picture doesn't show. So definitely check that unboxing out. There's also in that video a couple Marvel Collector Core boxes that I picked up from Amazon. So that'll be interesting as well. And yes, if you haven't done so already, please smash that like button, share the stream out, subscribe to Kelly here with the Mickey Bunch. She goes live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then she has other vlogs and streams that she's a part of as well, all week long. She always loves being live. Don't forget to subscribe to our other partner channels, the Goofketeers.
Being alive is a really good thing. Is that what you said? I do love being alive and live on the live stream.
Subscribe to our partner channels, the Goofketeers, the Adventures of Gonzo, and Addy Family Adventures. So what I wanted to talk today about was some of the DVC perks, some of the perks from the past, some of the perks currently going on, and speculate whether we think any of the perks might be leaving. Because with all the changes, you know that cuts are going to come all over the place. And is DVC one of those, excuse me, that's going to get hit? So let's start off by some of the ones in the past. Do you know any of the older DVC perks that aren't around anymore?
One of the things that members would tell me they missed the most was that annual passes were included. So that's pretty awesome selling point right there, is that their annual passes were included. So, and it was a platinum pass that they could also go to the water parks. So it was like everything they could do. So that's one that was here in the past. Now, would I say that will never return? It might. If, let's say, DVC sales go down due to the situation we're in now, there may be some of those perks added to entice people to, purchase, add to their present contracts, or to take the, dive into the pool of DVC. So
yeah, I mean that's a major perk. I mean, when I heard that was a perk back in the day, I was like, wow, for my family, that's a $5,000 a year savings, right? For the platinum. I mean, back then the platinum was probably obviously a lot less because, prices for everything have just skyrocketed over the last few years. But still, I mean, let's say there were $700. That's still a $3,500 a year savings.
Correct. So it does make that, annual assessment seem like even that's a good deal, because it essentially is paying for it plus by getting those annual passes. So that's a pretty fantastic perk, I think.
Most definitely. Let's catch up in chat real quick. Good morning, Krista. Welcome to the stream. Candy Mom, glad to see you're here. And yes, T. McNeil, the APs were something I also was never able to get, but taking advantage of the discounted prices, because one of the perks, since we're talking about APs, that a lot of people don't realize is, as a DVC member, you get the ability to purchase the Florida resident annual passes that most people, obviously, unless you're a Florida resident, don't get the ability to purchase. So instead of having to purchase that platinum or platinum plus pass that's now $900 and $1,000, you get the ability to purchase that gold or silver or weekday select, whatever pass you want to purchase. So that's a huge savings, especially for someone coming out of state. I mean, you go to the parks all the time, you see these prices. 4 days for someone out of state is what, $425 or something crazy like that right now.
It is crazy. So yeah, so that's huge. I mean, that's huge money, and it also encourages Disney Vacation Club members to come back and use those points more often. So I think it's a win-win for Disney.
Big time, because it also entices you, especially as an out-of-state person, to buy more points so that you can come more frequently. If you
use
have that
pass, right? Yeah, seriously. So
good morning, AJC Magic.
If you're listening, bring back those annual passes for Disney Vacation Club members. So I think
I definitely think they should. So Gonzo had a question. If annual passes come back and I buy DVC and they decide in a year or two is no longer able to keep my annual pass, or will you lose it? So when the perk goes bye-bye, it goes bye-bye, which means you have your annual pass until it expires, but after that, you would have to purchase one, which is what happened.
You would be able to renew it. Yes. So you could renew it at the lower renewal rate rather than having to pay full boat. So if it were to come back, it still would kind of be an advantage because you wouldn't have to pay as if you had never had one.
Right. Yeah, Amy, what we're talking about is both past and present annual passes. So we're trying to entice DVC Disney to go ahead and give us those back.
Yeah.
It'd be nice.
That would be nice. I think it's a good idea for sure.
Most definitely. Have a great day, Krista. Thank you for stopping in. I'm gonna save my favorite perk for later. But with DVC, you get a bunch of. We'll switch over to a current perk. You get a bunch of dining discounts. And what a lot of people don't realize is that even if you have an annual pass, they're not always at the same place. You get other places that you get DVC discounts that you don't get your AP discount, which is nice.
I definitely suggest if you're both an annual pass holder and a Disney Vacation Club member, let's say you go out to a dining location, say, hey, I have both. Which is the better deal? Because the cast members know. I mean, even myself, when I had an annual pass, I would show my cast and my annual pass. And sometimes the annual pass was higher than my cast one, or my cast one was higher. So I definitely suggest offering both, and then let them know. They'll let you know what the better deal is. But like you said, some places, Disney Vacation Club members may receive a discount where an annual pass holder won't.
Yeah, I think that's a cool little added benefit. It's something that it's something you're going to use.
Absolutely. And it gives you more money to spend on merchandise and buy your wife Loungefly backpacks. So you also get a discount on merchandise. So that's pretty fantastic too. So Disney Vacation Club members can, when they're in the Emporium, show that blue card and receive a discount there as well. So that's pretty fantastic. And I think what people don't often realize is that Disney Vacation Club members receive discounts on those backstage tours, or any of the tours, a lot of the excursions. So if they're gonna, they actually have a fishing thing. Who knew? I don't know why you'd go to Disney and want to go fishing, but you can do fishing. There's even a Disney Vacation Club exclusive fishing event each week. So there's lots of those behind the scenes kind of tours, and you get a discount on those, like the African Safari dinner tour. So that's pretty great. So if you go to the parks a lot, but maybe you want to do something different, those tours and I don't know, not adventures, but things that you can do really can add spice to your Disney vacation.
Yeah, I was checking those out, and I'll pull it up here real quick. so we can actually give a visual. Because, like you were saying, there's some that it was like, wait, they actually do this at Disney, you know? Um,
And I love that there's some that are like exclusive. I believe there's a, well, they're not doing it now, but when they come back, but a one where you can watch the fireworks from a boat and with your people, and it's Disney Vacation Club exclusive. They have ones for regular guests, but it's pretty cool.
yeah, there was one in here that I wanted to see because it had to do with going out on a boat in the Seven Seas Lagoon.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder if they.
It comes with it has you watch the fireworks, so it's time dependent on fireworks, but when those come back again. But it also includes like beverages and snacks and a little sweet dessert. So that I think that would be amazing to do
Yeah,
with
I
your
do too.
friends or family.
Yeah,
The
I can't.
fireworks
I can't find it
cruise.
right now. One of the ones that I want to do is this one right here, the up close with rhinos.
Yes.
This right here. When I saw this in the list, I was like, wow, that's something that a lot of people. I guarantee you, there's a lot of people that don't even know about that because I didn't until I went through the list one day and was like, oh, that's something you can do.
I'll tell you, I booked that. Well, I did. I used to book that a lot. And people would not make it. What surprised me about it is people would do it over and over again. So
Okay.
they're like, oh, that's something we love to do. So it must be really fantastic and not just a one-time thing. So
Hmm.
I thought I was pretty impressed with that. There's also one Walking with Giants, I believe, which is pretty fantastic. But a lot of those are just so cool. And I do say, a lot of time that Disneyland is my favorite place in the world, and it is. But Disney World really has the upper hand here. They have the tour game amazing. There's so many tours and experiences that it's amazing.
I mean, as an annual pass holder and somebody who goes to the parks and stuff like that, I I didn't know about half of these tours or half of these things that you could get involved with and experience, and it just makes the opportunities so much more endless. Really, I mean, because it's expensive, right? Because it's Disney, but there's so many different things. There's truly something for everybody, no matter what you want to do. As long as you're planning right and budgeting. I mean, you mentioned earlier the Wild Africa trek. That's definitely something that I would love to do one day. Um,
And
you
that
know,
one includes dining on the savannah. There's, you've probably noticed when you're on the safari, up on the upper right, there's like this
mhm.
really cool building, and it includes dinner there. So you're actually like in the savannah dining on fantastic food, having fantastic sparkling beverages, and looking at the animals. What? That's amazing.
That's very, very cool. I mean, it's something that one day, hopefully, everything comes back to able to be operating how it was, so that these things can be opened back up and have the great experiences again. Um, it was nice to see over the last month or two, because I don't remember how far back, but they started doing the VIP tours again. You know, and I was surprised, honestly, how many people, even with the low crowds, how many people are actually doing VIP tours. I
Hmm.
was like, wow, you
I
know.
know that is something super bougie. I come from Disneyland, so usually, like if you would see a plaid vest walking through the park, you would immediately look behind them to see what celebrity it was. And it was always a celebrity. It wasn't just a normal person. Here in Disney World, you will not see, Kim Kardashian, but you'll see, like a normal person that's paid for this. So it's kind of amazing. But I guess you would feel pretty fancy just going to the front of the line all the time. Yeah.
It's funny though, like you said, here you truly don't see a celebrity. It's always just a family.
Yeah, it's just a family who doesn't want to wait in line. So it's worth it to them.
Yeah, it's funny because I every time I see them, I think the same thing. Because my first thought is, what does the guy in the front? Because the guy in the front line, he's the one who paid for everybody else, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm like,
True.
what does that guy do to pay for all those other 10 people?
And what did all those other people do to get him to do it? That's what I'm thinking.
A couple of the other perks, one I've been able to experience, one I have not, are the lounges that are included with DVC. So we've been to the, what do you call it? The Figment Lounge? What do they call that lounge?
Just the member lounge in Epcot. But
Imagination Member Lounge.
Okay, there you go. There's the official name. But everybody tends to call it the Figment Lounge. So because it's on top of the Figment ride.
That's a very cool building. Having all glass facade. It's kind of, I don't know if it's just because of age or they made it that way, but it's kind of frosted.
Yeah, it is. I think it's the humidity. But it is super. I mean, you feel bougie. Don't you feel bougie going up in there? They got to check your ID. It's like going to a nightclub in LA or something. It's like, they got to check you, and then they can either escort you on the elevator or you can go up the stairs. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but it's so nice up there. It's really great if it starts raining.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Or if it's super hot. It's so nice to go enjoy the air conditioning, the free, unlimited, carbonated deliciousness. I love that.
I have going back to real quick, because I have something I need to tell you about that and everybody else, because it's pretty funny. Amy, if I was super rich, I'd be doing the same thing. I'm not fronting. I'd have the plaid vest walking me around too.
Yeah, if we talked about if we won the lottery, a whole lot in my physical world probably wouldn't change, but my Disney game would be upped. And I'm bringing you with me, VP and Arlene and Gonzo. Believe me, and everybody in chat, we're going to do it in style.
Oh yeah,
no waiting lines for us.
What is that? Oh.
with ordinary people.
So we took our friends up with us to the DVC lounge, and like you, he likes the zero products, right? So he asked for Dr. Pepper, and they were like, no, we don't have that. But we have Pib Zero. And his eyes lit up like a kid in a candy store. And he was like, okay. And so before we knew it, he had a stack of cups like this. No joke.
If it's free, it's for me. That's what he's like me, right? If it's free, it's for me, and it's zero.
And so we're talking to him as he's drinking all this, and he's like, yes, I know way more about Pib Zero than I probably should. I've researched it. It's his favorite beverage.
I have not tried Mr. Pib Zero, so I'm putting that on the trying list.
Well, you're gonna have a problem. The only place you can get Pib Zero is in the DVC lounge.
Well, luckily I know you.
This is true, but I just thought it was funny how like he literally knew, like he's like, yeah, the bottlers, the local bottlers, they truly pick what they want to bottle, and no one in Florida bottles that. The closest place you can get it is a city in Georgia. And
Oh
so
my goodness. So
and so
next
when he
road
has
trip, I gotta go to Georgia and load up.
yeah, when he has friends come down, they stop and they pick him up some cases and they bring it to him.
That's oh my goodness. Who knew? I didn't know. I do notice that like coming from West Coast to moving to Florida, there's not a lot of the like kind of healthier option things. Like there isn't such a thing as turkey. You really have to search hard to find like turkey bacon, turkey sausage. You know what I mean? Like, so I get it. There's, and everywhere you go and you order iced tea, they put a bunch of sugar in it. Like, what are you doing? So yes, it's just me now. I'm not sure why, but let's talk to chat. Okay.
Whoops.
It's the me show.
I grabbed the mic and accidentally hit the back button. It took me out of the studio.
That's funny. But yeah. So Mr. Pibb Zero. What?
Yes.
That's amazing. Talking about soda, which nobody drinks this. I didn't even know they still produced it. But Coca-Cola is discontinuing 50% of their Coke products. And luckily, Coke Zero is literally like their second highest selling item after Coca-Cola. So Go Coke Zero. But they're going to stop producing Tab. Who buys Tab? I mean, my mother bought that in the 70s. Who is drinking Tab?
It's probably why they're stopping. I'm sure there's some people, but I'm sure that.
How old are these people? So I don't know, but Tab, I actually saw it in our grocery store and thought it actually is a thing. That's crazy. So anyway, if you enjoy Tab, and because you just
stock up now.
Yes, stock up now because it's going away.
Bloomin' Cheesa. Yes, I would live there too. I love the details of Disney within the house. I do not mind the fact that you can't change anything without their permission. I don't mind that at all because I don't have to take care of it.
Right.
They take care of everything.
It's kind of the best of both worlds. You know, you're right there in Disney. You have an amazing house and somebody else takes care of the lawn. So there you go. Fantastic. Gotta love that. And
Gonzo, she said Arlene before you, so you're not in luck. Katrina, I do know that they can special order. However, because there's no bottlers in Florida, I don't know if they'll be able to get it. I think he's tried. So
I get it. Oh my gosh. And I know this is off topic, but
yeah, we went way down a rabbit hole.
McDonald's. Okay. McDonald's, if you're listening, bring back Coke Zero. Oh my goodness. I literally went Karen on this poor worker at McDonald's. I started a petition. So I like going through McDonald's drive-through and getting the $1 drink, right? Yeah. So the $1 large soda, fantastic. They used to have Coke Zero. So I would be all happy going to McDonald's with my army of children. Oh, have a large Coke Zero, $1. Woohoo. So exciting. Don't have to go into a Circle K. Life is good. So, oh my gosh, about a year ago, well, maybe 2 years ago, I went through my drive-through, all happy, going to get my carbonated deliciousness. And guess what? McDonald's got rid of Coke Zero and instead brought tropical Sprite. What is happening to life? I was
Florida.
Like, oh no.
It's tropical.
Whatever. I the poor, teenage gal working at the drive-through. I was like, oh no, you got to have some back there. It was like a crack addict. I was like, I can't tropical Sprite. And she goes, well, we have Diet Coke.
All right. After that,
back
funny Karen episode. The second lounge I have not been able to experience. Good morning, Sandra. Welcome to the stream. Is the, what is it? Top of the World? Is that what they call it? Top of the World Lounge on top of Bay
Top
Lake
of the
Tower.
World Lounge. Yes.
That's one that I have not been able to experience yet. I would love to. Couple fun facts about Top of the World Lounge on top of Bay Lake Tower. It's not very big. You do have to be a DVC member. But you also have to be staying on Disney property in order to be allowed access.
Not necessarily true. Actually, you just have to be a Disney Vacation Club member, except certain times of year. So you're like busy times, you have to be on property.
Isn't it busy all the time?
True. But and then anyone you take with you needs to be on your reservation. So during those busy, super busy times, they have to be on your reservation. So if they're staying, at a non-Disney resort somewhere, but also like, let's say you book 2 rooms, you can take everybody in the 2 rooms if there's space available, but okay. They can't be staying off property, not on a reservation that's yours. So, but it is nice. It is nice. It is a cute little like bar lounge. They have great drinks, really fun, special Disney Vacation Club cocktails. And you can actually, as a Disney Vacation Club member, do the fireworks Bay Lake or the Top of the World package, which includes dinner at the Wave. And then they escort you up to Top of the World Lounge, where there you have like champagne and little mini desserts and watch the fireworks. So, and it's not expensive. I want to say it's like $75, but that includes dinner, your drinks, your desserts, and watching the fireworks from the best place on property.
That's one of the things that I wanted to do is go up there and watch the fireworks from there. I think that would be really, really cool.
Yeah, it's definitely magical. I mean, it really, really is magical. It is an adult event, so which is really kind of makes it a nice date night, or if you're going out with friends that are adults, it's an awesome thing.
Hopefully one of these days, and this picture doesn't show you everything, but hopefully one of these days we'll be able to get back to, like I said before, some normalcy to where we can experience some of the great offerings, because there's a lot of things that Disney doesn't do anymore. And it's curious to see if any of these will come back. I know a little bit ago you were saying, if DVC sales don't go good, they might bring back the annual pass to include it into it. On the flip side, they may, to try to force people to pay more money, they may no longer give the discount or allow people to get the Florida resident passes and go back,
Honestly, we just don't know. So it's a speculation. I mean, who would have thought any of these changes would have happened in this year? I mean, no one. I mean, Disney was killing it. There wasn't a downtime at the theme parks, right? It was always busy. Yeah. And, resorts packed, parks packed, restaurants packed. I mean, people would literally be stressing out that they had to wake up on that 6 months prior to their trip to get their dining reservation. Now, I mean, honestly, I was in Magic Kingdom about a week ago with Kennedy, and you know how you can get on the app and go, reserve dining now. What's available? Right. I could have gotten into Cinderella's Royal Table, be our guest. The only thing I couldn't get in was Tony's. So go figure. But I mean, same day, right then. I mean, that's insane. I mean, it is its own kind of magic right now. In the, if you never could get into Cinderella's royal table, you may be able to now. Hi, Roxana. But I don't know where I was going with this.
that it's a different busy. Like before it was always busy, and now there's things that aren't so busy. So we'll just have to wait and see, what people do. Good morning, Roxana. Welcome to the stream. Good morning, Chris. How's it going?
Just on the dining thing, something that has been available to Disney Vacation Club members in the past, which I'm not sure if you're aware of, is they have a big Thanksgiving dinner at Bay Lake Tower for Disney Vacation Club members. So yes, you have to reserve it, but everyone, and a Christmas party and a New Year's party. So, and it includes all your food, little gifts, fantastic. I have had members just tell me it's amazing. One of the girls that I trained with, she became that team that did special events. I was Moonlight Magic. She did special events. And she said, like, she would rather spend Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's at the Disney Vacation Club member-only events because they were just amazing and fun, and they had characters come, really unusual characters. And then after like her part was done, she was able to like participate and kind of mingle and get to know members. So, but members love that. So if you ever get the opportunity, maybe next year, to go to one of those events, I definitely suggest it.
Yeah, there's also there was also a DVC dining, like it wasn't one of the holiday ones, but it was like it was a prefix menu that ended with a champagne toast. Like I just recently found out about that. Like there's so many things that it's like it's almost like I don't know what to look at.
Right. There's also a Mother's Day event as well, which is so cool. A lot of people would come in for that week just so they could go to that Mother's Day brunch. So pretty cool. I think there's so much to DVC that you get access to that just isn't available to regular fantastic guests. So that membership really does get you a lot of perks rather than just having a place to lay your head.
Very true. And they change from time to time. They change how you get access to those perks. Back in the day, if you bought DVC on the resale market, you were still able to get a DVC member blue card. And I believe it was back in 2016, they stopped that. So if you buy resale, you can no longer get access to the DVC perks. You have to buy directly from Disney. Disney's way of saying, buying from us, you get that a little added Disney magic.
Well, a lot of those events we've been talking about are only available if you have a blue card. You can only go up and enjoy Top of the World Lounge if you have a blue card. You can only enjoy some of these member-only events like Moonlight Magic if you have that blue card. So there is a lot of value, and Disney will treat you right if you buy directly from Disney.
And then Disney talking about changes that are coming and things that are going to happen. Disney just recently made a change to DVC and buying points to get that blue card. When we purchased earlier, I believe we went the end of 2019 to look at it, but we closed in the beginning of 2020. We only had to purchase 100 points, and I say only 100, but 100 is still expensive, by any means. But now they upped it. In order to get the member perks, now the minimum is 125. So they did already increase part of that there. Let me catch up in chat real quick. Good morning, Disney Trips. Welcome to the stream. Good morning, Rob. Bazemore from San Francisco. It's nice and early for you there. Good morning. Welcome. Glad you could be here. So, what were you going to say about the?
Oh, well, like we were talking about before last night, your grandfather didn't. So
Yes.
if you, it would only be new people that are
Right.
not currently members. If they want to purchase Disney Vacation Club now, the minimum to enjoy all those benefits is 125 vacation points.
Right.
So that, because it actually has changed quite a bit. Disney Vacation Club has really been, trying to make sure that these resales, because some of the resales are crazy, right? So they've been really trying to focus on encouraging people to buy Disney Vacation Club only. So it was just in the past, I would say 3 or 4 years, that these sort of limitations came about.
Right.
So 125 will get you a nice vacation, though.
It will. I mean, 100 gave us 3 nights. So even though we split it up to 2 different rooms, we got 3 nights that slept 9 or 12 people. Like, we did a 2-bedroom and then we did the treehouse. I mean, those are very nice rooms. I mean, I don't have enough points to get the cabin over there at Copper Creek, but maybe by the time I'm 60, I will.
Oh, that's cabin.
Those are beautiful. You can paint it yellow, Gonzo. I mean, you can paint it blue. You got to get silver paint to put everything else on it. And then somehow have that number pull up in their system.
So, Gonzo, you're going to have to get VP's number, basically.
Yes. Krista, next live stream, craft time with Gonzo. Exactly.
That's funny.
That's going to be a new segment on his Thursday evening shows coming up. What other, do you know of any other older perks that are no longer around?
Let's see. I'm trying to think. I don't know.
I know what. So one of the big ones right now, that's currently going on, as you can imagine, to invite people, talking about things that that come and go, is they're offering 40% discount on certain rooms.
Yes, there is that discount going on right now, which is great. I mean, really great. So I know when I was working, a lot of members would choose to pay cash for a room and save their points because the deals are so good right now.
Yeah. Rob, that's awesome. Definitely consider it. I mean, even in these times right now, I might even say tour, but wait to see what perks they might give you later on, to see, because there's going to be a lot of changes coming, but it's definitely worth touring. Come back every Tuesday morning, 9:30. You can always do the replays. This is our 4th episode, so you can go back and watch our other episodes, because we like getting into each little topic a little differently each week. So be sure you smash that like button and make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification to all, so you can check our future episodes out as well. There was one thing I was just going to say. It'll come to me.
There is so much. I mean, hi, Mouse Talk. There's so much. I just think everything we could talk about Disney Vacation Club, you think, okay, but I mean, just the resorts themselves, the dining opportunities at each of the resorts, and then all these perks, and they're ever changing, like you said. But it's amazing what Disney Vacation Club members have available to them that just will blow your mind. Like magic is what? You're not just getting in the park for free, right?
Well,
It's
that's what I was going to bring up next is Moonlight Magic. We were only able to experience it once. And so for those of you that don't know, Moonlight Magic is an after hours event for DVC members only. If you're not staying on property, then you and 3 guests can go to the Moonlight Magic. No one has to be a ticket holder. You get into the park at 6 o'clock, and then the event runs from 9 until midnight. We were able to go to the one at Magic Kingdom before the parks closed down. Mouse Talk, I hope so. I mean, this is one of those perks that I'm afraid might get cut, for cost savings with all the changes going on. It's one of those that I don't know. I really hope it comes back, because it was a cool event. It was, in my opinion, even though they say it was a smaller crowd. Yeah, it's a smaller crowd than what was there, but it's a bigger crowd than what's there now.
Yeah, the Magic Kingdom was a really, really popular one. And I'm probably going to tear up a little bit. I was on the Moonlight Magic team, and honestly, I loved it. I absolutely loved interacting with members face to face. They're the best people on earth ever, and then going to the events and being able to mingle amongst them and be able to help members and talk with them. And it's truly Moonlight Magic. It is magical, and I'm really hoping it comes back. It includes dinner. I mean, so you get into the park. It's exclusive. The Magic Kingdom one was very, very busy. I started doing the Animal Kingdom ones, and Animal Kingdom, it literally kind of felt like they had, rented out the park to just you, because you would be a little bit before you'd see other people. And
yeah, I heard that the Animal Kingdom one was pretty light.
It was light, so it felt super exclusive. But the Magic Kingdom one was awesome, and I know you'll probably go into this, but what is really, really cool is if you like to meet characters or get those great character shots, they have the characters there, but not just the normal characters you normally see at the parks. So I know for the Magic Kingdom one, they had the princesses, but each princess had her prince, which is so amazing. Flynn Rider and Tarzan was there, not wearing a shirt too. It was pretty nice. But Prince Naveen and Prince Charming, and which is really, really cool. You don't see that very often at all. So to be able to see both the prince and the princess, pretty fantastic. But I know you got to meet 2 of my favorite Disney characters ever, who are brand new. And if this whole world hadn't exploded, they were there for that night and that night only. It was the only night they were ever going to be at Walt Disney World, because they got on a plane that night and went to Disneyland. They're going to have their forever home at DCA. So who did you get?
That's what I was trying to pull up real quick. So I'm going to scroll back and see if I can find that so I can show you guys the photo. But in addition, so the thing that we enjoyed the most from Moonlight Magic is what you were just talking about, the characters, the different opportunities that you've never had before. The very first character we went and met was Moana. Moana's not at Magic Kingdom. And then, so we actually waited 1 of our 3 hours, or maybe it was a little less, to see Moana, because we have never seen her before, not in a park, so that was awesome. Here we go.
Moana, I saw her that night, but at Disneyland, she's over near the Tiki Room. But Moana, fantastic.
That's where they had her this time.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, what just happened? Why did that just do that?
I don't know. Technology.
It literally just scrolled all the way back to the top.
Hold on just a sec. Be right-
So Moana was very cool to see. And I apologize because it literally just went all the way back to the top. So we have Moana. Very, very cool to see because, like I said, that's something that we've never experienced before. And then after Moana, which this was also by the Tiki Room, Kelly. So that was cool. We got to see Princess Tiana. And as Kelly said, they
Woo!
had the prince. So we got to see Naveen. That was a really cool experience because seeing the princesses, that's something you get to see all the time. But the princes are never around. And I believe right before going to this event, I remember saying, like, why don't the princesses ever have their princes with them? You know, it's something that I found amazing. And then here we go. The stars of the show that we love to see, Ian and Barley from the movie Onward.
What? That's amazing.
What
That's
was
amazing.
what was really cool about meeting these guys is it was a surprise.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't even, the cast members, these guys were down in the Fillmore Magic area. And every once in a while, you'd walk by and you would see the doors open. And then the doors would be closed. And one of the guests walked up and they let him in. And I was like, huh. I wonder what that is, because there was nothing on the map for what's at Fillmore Magic. And I'm like, is Fillmore Magic open? And so the lady walks up and asks, and we overhear them saying, oh, it's a surprise. And the lady was like, no, but what is it? And they're like, oh, no, it's a surprise. Like, they literally wouldn't say anything. Like, you either had to take the chance and go in or just walk away. And so we walked in, and my wife and my daughter wanted a Mickey bar. You get free Mickey bars as well as the fruit bar.
Unlimited free Mickey bars. What? And pretzels.
The only problem is they put it way back in the corner. So it is a little bit out of the way. So they went to go get free Mickey bars, and Marcus and I went over to go get in line for this surprise special meet and greet, which we didn't know what it was. We didn't know if it was a meet and greet or what. So we go inside. Right after we go inside, they close the doors. And so my wife is like, she gets over there. The doors are closed. I'm like, tell the cast member we're inside and you're coming to us. And so the cast member let her in, walked her over to us. And we walk around the corner and we see Ian and Barley. And we were so excited. The movie hadn't even come out yet. I think the movie came out the next day. And so that was really cool to see two characters that weren't even going to be, A, they weren't announced, and then B, they weren't going to be in the Magic Kingdom. As Kelly mentioned earlier, they left and went to California, where they have their Van Guinevere. I don't know why they don't have it over here. Are we not special enough?
No, you're not. So Disneyland gets all the good stuff. So yeah, so it just, as you're talking, it reminds me, we before Moonlight Magic, you know, we have this like team meeting, and it reminds me what it must be like for the president and his cabinet, because it is like locked down, you're sworn to secrecy. You know, there's always some sort of thing about Moonlight Magic that they don't want to leak out, but they tell us about. So as I was, you know, giving everyone their wristbands and dinner vouchers, I would say, trust me, just go over to Philharmonic and go in. But we weren't allowed to say what was in there. But I was geeking out to the max, just like, what? So it is. They really do special things. A lot of the characters that you end up eventually seeing in the parks actually started it as Moonlight Magic, because Disney Vacation Club wants to come up with characters that aren't already in the parks. So like Max and Max from the Goofy movie, he
Okay.
actually first Disney Vacation Club. Also, Carl from Up was first Disney Vacation Club, and then they eventually went to use them there. But yeah, it was super, super great. I mean, they made such a big deal that Ian and Barley would be there for this night only. The only time they would ever be at Walt Disney World was exclusive for Disney Vacation Club members. And then they literally got on a plane and went to California the next that night after that.
Can we just pause for a minute and say that I am really sad that we didn't get to go to the Animal Kingdom event to see Carl with Russell and Doug. Like when I found out that Carl was at that event, I was just like, oh.
I'm going to have to, now that I have a little free time, I actually took some video of Carl, and oh my gosh, he was adorable. He actually has a little scooter, like a mobility scooter. And
Yep.
oh my gosh, at his cane. And he was like, touring around in his little scooter. It was awesome and hilarious and awesome. Just so awesome. So definitely I hope they bring it back, if nothing else, so you can meet Carl.
I hope so. I mean, that would be awesome to see them. Gonzo had a question earlier here. So if DVC is 30,000, we'll just throw that number out there, and we pay everything in one shot, in one shot, do we pay anything per year? Yes, you will pay annual dues. Your dues vary based off the contract you agreed to. It is priced per point, so it also depends on how many points you have. Currently, right now, like if you purchase at the Riviera, it's around $8 a point. So let's say if you have 100 points, it's $800 for the year.
Yeah, it's similar to, let's say, like we have condos that we own. It is each year you have sort of a yearly assessment or dues that are payable, and that's for the upkeep of the facility and any improvements and things like that. So it's similar if anyone has
condos or other timeshares. It's for it's like your maintenance fee,
right?
So it's not bad at all. It's definitely, I find it well worth it. I know other people are like, oh, I still gotta pay. Yeah, but you still get to experience a lot of things that you get with it. So let's get caught back up in chat real quick. Good morning, Cinderella. Good morning, Davis. Glad you all can make it to the stream today. It is something special going to, I personally would recommend eating and then spending all your time with characters, because you get different experiences. For example, the picture that's right there, Cinderella was one of the princesses not mentioned on the guide. And as you see, she had Prince Charming. And so this picture here is right outside Sleepy Hollow. So you had the castle in the background. And as you see, I'm holding the glass slipper.
That's awesome.
What was pretty cool is that it lit up, so
cool.
That's why you can actually see it, because it was pretty dark during this time. Mm-hmm. But the pillow is not a pillow; it's actually hard plastic. But it has a switch on the bottom that lights up the shoe.
That
was pretty cool.
Oh, I love it. That is so cool. Now, I think you do have to have a strategy, because it does seem like, oh my gosh, I think it's 3 hours.
Yes.
You can go in at 6, but I don't think it's actually closed to everybody else till the official
Correct.
start time is 9 o'clock. So 9 to midnight is when all these special things start happening. So yeah,
Yes.
but you can use your dining vouchers during that 6 to 9 o'clock time.
Yep.
And then just tear it up 9 to 12. So that is a good strategy for sure.
And some of these characters, there were so many characters, we didn't get to see them. There was Hercules and what's her name? Megara?
Yeah, Megara.
Yes. They were there. We weren't able to see them. It was literally a 2-hour line. I'm sorry, I'm not going to spend 2 hours for 2 of the 3 hours. That means you would see 2 characters, or maybe just them and then go eat, or you don't eat. But yeah, eat before, get there early so you can eat before the 9 to 12 event so you can go see the characters.
And it is really cool because you get this dinner voucher. It's good at different locations within the park, and it's your full dinner, including a drink. So that's pretty amazing. Like, I loved it at Animal Kingdom because you could go over to Flame Tree Barbecue and get like the ribs and chicken and, or the baked macaroni and cheese.
Okay.
And so it does include your full dinner and drink, which is fantastic. So gotta love that. And then, you can sustain on Mickey bars the rest of the night.
Well, I definitely agree with that. It was a great event. I hope that it comes back. I hope that we are able to enjoy life to its fullest again in the near future, and that not too many things change, because we all know that after major events, things change. I mean, TSA once wasn't TSA. We didn't have those. We didn't have all this stuff going on, for that.
Literally going up to a ticket booth at the airport and buying a ticket same day, not having to like do anything. And then, just showing my driver's license, going right to the gate. And then what I miss about that is where like your family could go to the gate with you, or, you're picking somebody else up. You could go to the gate. Now it's not like that, but yes, things change for sure. So
hopefully it doesn't. We know things are going to change from this. Like I'm a firm believer that the reservation system is here to stay.
Yes.
And there's probably several other things that are going to be that way, but we'll see. We'll see what happens going forward. We're going to close with this because this hour has flown by. So these are some postcards that we were given when we did the character meet and greets. I just noticed we didn't get one from Ian and Barley, but this one, as you can imagine, is Moana.
Oh, I love that.
This one here is Cinderella and Prince Charming. You don't have to guess who that one is.
That's so cool.
Senor Pluto. And then this one is Naveen and Princess Tiana. So there are cool little things like this. And this was done, these little postcards were done pre-COVID. Now with COVID, they were giving other postcards at one point. I think that this is going to be the way they go. Characters aren't going to sign anymore, probably. They're probably just going to hand a postcard.
Yeah, I think you're right on that. I think we may never see that come back where they'll sign your whatever.
Yeah. Hopefully they do, because that's a major tradition that's been around in a ton of families, but we'll see. Chat, we love you. We thank you for being here with us. Before we sign out, Kelly, tell everyone what you got going on.
Tonight we have Taco Tuesday. It's going to be Halloween trivia, and that's on the Adventures of Gonzo channel. And because he thinks we don't need sleep at 10:30, it's worth the lack of sleep, isn't it? It's a good time. So we're going to be in costume.
Yes.
different costumes than yesterday. So that's going to be pretty fantastic. I'm going to Epcot today. So
Nice.
yeah, so that's going to be fun. Tomorrow is brunch with the bunch, 11 o'clock, and Friday brunch with the bunch. I'm going to be dropping a video on Thursday that is some Mandalorian watch party treats. So definitely check that out if you are excited about the Mandalorian like we are.
Very, very awesome. Yes, like she said, come check us out on the Adventures of Gonzo tonight. It's always a lot of fun on Taco Tuesday. It's one of between now that I've been going on more and singing, even though I don't know, I used to not like singing, and now I'm on.
It's
I
so
go to
fun.
melody mixes all the time. You guys start the show, and then I sit on the couch, and I'm like, I need to go sing. But Mondays and Tuesday nights over at the Adventures of Gonzo, you definitely have a great time. Come laugh with us tonight, 10:30. It's going to be a blast. For myself, I'll have a vlog coming out on the 30th. It'll be a special unboxing, so check that out. And then Saturday, Kelly and Gonzo, maybe myself, we'll see what happens. They'll be 10:30 Eastern time. They will be interviewing my wife as getting the other side of the pillow, so to say, of being married to a YouTuber and seeing how that other side is. Different perspective. Different perspectives are always great. So thank you, Kelly, for being here. Chat, thank you. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. Share out the stream. Let everyone know. Every Tuesday morning, 9:30 a.m., we have DVC Talk here on DVC Morning Live. So come check us out. Make sure those notifications are set to all. If you haven't done so, subscribe to all my friends, the Goofketeers, Adventures of Gonzo, the Mickey Bunch, and Addy Family Adventures. We love you guys. Have a great rest of your day.